Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Boys Love, in which we are discussing the seminal classic Japanese BL, Cherry Magic, or I can't believe at the age of 30 I'm slowly developing into a wizard who can hear other people's thoughts.
Oh, because I have a nut?
Oh, because I have a nut in a butt?
Nut in a butt, nut in a butt. You can be a wizard if you have a nut in a butt.
I'm so sorry. That was
heinous.
Repulsive. Rita Repulsive.
You will pay for your crimes.
Did you like that?
Rita Repulsive?
Yeah.
Good one.
That's a good drag name, I feel like.
I'm shocked no one has capitalized on the Rita Repulsa drag brand.
Oh, okay. Huge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Ga?
Not much. How's your show going?
It's going well. Today we are closing.
Do you want to do a little promo?
Check out our production of Baked, the musical. Tickets right here. It's going well. We just finished our first week. Today is my last first week performance. I have not had sleep since Tuesday. Well, let's talk about this episode, girl.
Let's talk about this episode, girl. So they are enjoying, Adachi and Kurosawa, they are enjoying a cute little breakfast moment, I believe. I believe Kurosawa has spent the night, looks like.
It looks like, because the... But it's weird, because it looks like the bed setting is out for the extra bed. Mm-hmm. But he was like, did you fall asleep on your controller again?
It didn't seem like a question to me. You fell asleep. It's a declarative statement. It's what we call it in grammar school. I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Do you call it elementary school, grammar school, grade school, or primary school?
We called it grade school in the Philippines.
Grade school.
Because you would say grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, grade 7.
I was talking to someone at work and they referred to it as grammar school. And I was like,
is that like Montessori? Like, what is that?
No, I think it's just old people's way of saying
elementary
grade school.
Interesting.
But now there's primary schools, but when the school corporation that I was in through my schooling, they had switched from schools that were K through 6, middle schools were 7, 8, high schools were 9 to 11, 12. They switched it to K through 4, 5 to 8, 9 to 12. So there's like 4 grades in each
school. So like
different.
Oh, like so it's in a special like separated facilities for those.
Well, you want to try that again?
Those are so all of those are in separate facilities. So K through 4
is in one school. Okay. Then you go to intermediate school.
In the Philippines, it was just one big building, girl.
Ah, how many? Were there a lot of students?
We probably had like 8 classrooms.
I don't know how the fuck we're on this.
8 homeroom classes per grade. So yeah, big.
Wow. How many? What's the student-to-teacher ratio?
It's like 30.
That's a lot of kids. Holy shit! 30 first graders
in a class, and there's like 8 classrooms.
Grade 1.
Anyway,
so they're enjoying.
So he falls asleep on his controller.
They're having this cute breakfast. Adachi has slept on his controller, so it's clearly a Nintendo controller because there's a very specific. It's the
plus sign,
the plus
directional.
Sign. Yeah. Kurosawa takes a photo of him. The shutter sound goes off. Do you know about the Japanese shutter sound law?
I thought it was Korean.
It might be both, but I know it's
yes.
Japanese. Do you know why?
Because of like peeping toms, like people taking pictures under to see panties. Because the trains are so crowded.
I think the uniform of business wear and school wear is more uniform than it is here in America.
Yeah. So he thinks it's really cute. He takes a picture. Adachi's like,
stop being so cutie.
Then he takes a video of him.
Mm-hmm. And they chase each other around the apartment. Listen,
cute.
Eating it up.
Sure.
Eating it right up. This is like halfway through His Man 2 when Jun Sung-ho was like fully set. And you were like, okay, so what's...
Give us the conflict, girl.
What's the conflict, ladies? Let's go over and check in on Tsuge.
Mama's not doing well.
I think we have started, every time we've talked about Tsuge, we have started with, she's not doing well. I think that's her running narrative in the show. Tsuge is obsessed with this kiss that he witnessed between Minato and Keita.
Not our beloved.
Not our beloved Keita. Minato's former beloved Keita?
Or just like...
Because he said he wanted to get back... Keita wanted to get back together.
Yeah. The plot thickens.
The plot thickums.
The plot thickums.
So he had reacted when he saw the kiss. He fell over in a very normal fashion.
Yes, super normal.
Extremely
and then
normal.
In a very normal like volume says, sorry to have bothered you.
Right.
And then I would say like walks away.
Yeah, just
definitely
like
walks home.
Jauntily walks.
Yeah, just like
just walks.
Yeah.
Definitely not a run. Definitely didn't scream sorry to have bothered you.
Yeah.
No, Tsuge has officially lost his mind and he can't get this kiss out of his head. And he gets a ring on the doorbell and Minato is there to deliver yet another package. He's back on his route.
Yes, he's like, I just left my shift at the laundromat. Now I'm back to delivering.
And Tsuge cannot bring
answer the door.
himself to answer the door.
And it's very sad. The POV through the peephole, the peeper, as I call
peephole?
it. Yeah.
You call it a peeper?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You've never called it that.
That's what I always call it. Check the peeper.
Well, our peeper's currently covered with shoes.
Oh. My peeper is Teddy. I'm just kidding.
Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Find God.
I know you're doing once a month with your therapist right now. I do think we might
I
need
would
to
say up it up.
that dosage.
It's really sad because he looks so defeated, but you can't like. I mean, obviously.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Hold on. It is so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Tsuge can't even bring himself to open the door to be like, I'm sorry, or ask a question to clarify. Because like, I think also for Tsuge, maybe he thinks they're together, or like he doesn't know, or whatever. It's one of those classic miscommunications.
Yeah, it's definitely leading towards he probably thinks they're together.
The guy who sits behind Adachi, whatever his name is, who cares, right? He rolls over and is like, because Adachi can't, I mean, he is like full honeymoon period. He cannot stop smiling to the point that he's had to start like
pushing his cheeks down
to stop smiling. It's very cute. So he rolls over and he's like,
you got a girlfriend?
You fucking?
You fucking that fish?
You fucking that fish? Liza, you fucking that fish? Go see Shape of Water. It's great.
Fujisaki-san does say, I don't know if it's intentional, but he's like, but I couldn't tell if she did that to kind of like
protect. Yes, she did. Okay. Because Fujisaki-san is all-knowing. She is watching. Yeah. She's seeing. She already knows they're dating.
Yes.
Because in the last episode, we didn't talk about it, but in the last episode, she was like, and then I made the joke when we were watching that I was like, that's me.
Watching BL.
We love when a BL comes together. Yeah. In real life, I can tell you right now, we will be watching on this channel Chaongi's BL.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Just so you know, just so we're clear on that. At lunch, Adachi is having his little
double mayo.
What are those?
Onigiri,
yeah. Onigiri with Kurosawa. And he's like, wow, the double mayo is great. So stupid. It's very cute. They're very sweet together. Very much the same energy as the first scene. We love to see it. What did I just say? We love to see a BL come together.
Yeah.
That was what I said.
And Rokkaku walks in and it's like, oh! And he's like, hey guys! And Adachi reacts as if like he stepped on a landmine.
Adachi,
he flailed. This is giving Adam physical comedy, I will say.
Yeah. This is some bullshit I would do on stage.
Not even, girl. I think less now, more like back in the day.
Now I'm so subdued. It's a dry wit.
Yeah.
On the palate. Sorry.
On the nose.
On the nose. Right, but before Rokkaku gets there, we have a Station of the Cross. The wiping of the face. Is it face or mouth?
Technically, it's like it is.
No,
mouth,
it's like here,
but it's here. But the station technically is mouth.
It is mouth
from 8th Sense.
But he's like, you have something on your face, and Adachi's like, oh really? And starts like wiping his like brow line, and I was like, girl,
that's not where your mouth is.
Why would there be anything over there? It's clearly rice, girl. You know, he wipes it and then he eats it, which like, that's a double entendre. That's a double entendre, mama.
Rokkaku invites himself to go hang out at Adachi's place again this week.
Oh yes, listen. Rokkaku wants friend. I think Rokkaku is a little social butterfly.
Yeah,
I totally understand it. We don't blame him. He's so.
I also genuinely feel his character is finally enjoying his job. Like he probably enjoys going to his dance club.
Yeah.
That he's like, oh, like this can also be something I'm motivated by.
Yeah.
And I can have passion in here. So I can also bring that same energy.
I mean, that's Adachi's whole point is like you found a new dream. And that's really cool that you were able to do that because I still feel like I'm like dog paddling in like a vast ocean of nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful metaphor.
What are your dreams, Adam?
That's why I bought the book. I bought an MBTI book that it's allegedly going to tell me what my job should be. And you know what? It better say content creator. That better be the fucking answer.
And you know what? It better say person who wipes the sweat off idols in between shoots. It better be person holding fan in between during VCRs in concerts.
Yeah. Yes. It better be
helping quick
It better
change.
be the hairstylist that isn't really doing hairstyling, just using the back end of the comb like piece the pieces.
Yes.
Doing nothing.
Yeah.
And we support that.
It better be giving that canned air to Bomgyu.
Oh!
Yeah.
Canned air.
Canned
My
air.
God, huge.
Maybe our first sponsor should be Canon printers, obviously. Once we do Thai BL, we're going to have a Canon printer.
It'll be we'll buy a Canon printer and just put it right there just so it can be in every shot. Canon printer.
Black inhaler.
Black inhaler.
Honey.
I'm not trying to like make fun of a Thai accent, but I do kind of like that. It's like
there's a little cunty to it.
I like it.
Black inhaler.
It is like I had to really get used to like the Thai. Like when we first watched Bad Buddy, the first episode, I was like, can we just pause for a second? Because my brain has to like get out of Korean and into like tonality.
Yes, yeah.
Which is not something that definitely in English we don't have. Okay, so back to Cherry Magic. Kurosawa was like, oh no, I'm actually busy.
We're busy this week. I'm busy this week.
And so Rokkaku was like, oh, it's okay, no worries. We'll find another time.
He gets a phone call. He goes away.
We'll come back for later. That. Walks away. And then Kurosawa and Adachi are walking in the hall. And Adachi's like, what are you doing this weekend? And he was like, well, I wanted to replan our date. I'm sorry I didn't ask you first, but I really just want to like be the two of us. The way you know this show is a fantasy is that men do not exactly...
Men aren't actually this considerate.
Men don't exist like this.
Men aren't this considerate, girl.
This is not a real thing. So stop believing that Kurosawas exist in the world. They don't. He sees that Adachi still has rice on his hand. Adachi RJ was like, how does he still have rice on his hand? How do you not notice that? And I was like, he goes to work every day with full bed head. What do you mean? This is the only character in this show that would not notice that they had rice on their hand.
She's like, how do you eat? How does it get everywhere? It's literally
That's a great question. How did you get water on yourself earlier from drinking from a water bottle, RJ? Maybe you are Adachi. And I am Kurosawa because I am such a green flag.
No, you're not that considerate. I need to tell you.
Honestly, I'm so considerate. You have no idea.
Let me list you the ways. You don't.
Own me. He takes the rice off the hand, and we get it one of the... We get another one of these, and it's... They're at like a restaurant enjoying champagne.
You know what it looks like?
Champagne
It
toast.
looks like the lounge at the top of the Hancock building. Like it's you can it feels like there's like night views of like the city in the back.
It's very 80s.
It's
something about it is very 80s. I
like
don't know what it is.
He's wearing a fucking bow tie.
Adachi's wearing a bow tie in this fantasy
so
of Kurosawa's,
funny.
which is so funny because that means, that says to me that Kurosawa thinks he's like cute. Because you would only put someone in you don't put someone in a bow tie to be like, oh, he's sexy.
No.
And you know what?
I hate to tell you, girls, it's not.
People who wear bow ties, they're cute. Tucker Carlson, cute. I realized while I was saying, I was like, who in popular culture wears bow ties? He's a monster. I need to make that very clear.
And then it goes into a fantasy of both of them in bathrobes. And Kurosawa laying him on the bed.
And Adachi goes,
yeah.
And then they like go in for what we must presume would be a full.
And then when Anji breaks out of it, he's like, and he keeps trying to grab Kurosawa's coffee.
Yeah.
And he's like, let me throw.
But not grab his hand.
Yeah.
He's trying to grab it like this instead of like that.
It's so funny. I was like, what a choice.
He's so funny. Now that they're together, his reaction isn't like, ew, that's weird. It's more
like,
just like,
oh shit,
oh
here
God,
it is.
here we go.
Yeah.
While he's throwing the coffee cups away, he notices a sign for what we are calling the last conflict for their storyline. Not even between them.
It's just it's the final.
It's the final thing Adachi
hurdle
has to
for
go through.
Adachi, yeah.
Because again, the point is that Adachi is this. The show is not about them getting together. It's about Adachi learning to be like a bigger, braver person.
Loving yourself.
He sees this like it's a competition for the employees to design
a new
stationery product.
A new product.
What would you design? What is the hole that you see in the stationery community that you would fill? And we own everything that we say in this podcast. We own the rights to anything that comes out of our mouths. So you stationery companies, Bic, listening, post it.
I would do, a combo recipe card grocery list that you could potentially tear away the grocery portion once you've done the shopping, and then you can keep the recipe card as a recipe card. Mm-hmm. So there's perforation. Mm-hmm. Okay. I would also love like a pantry list. Maybe it could be in a stand or in a display that you can mount on either your fridge or your wall that you can update and be like, this is what I have in the pantry.
That was mine. My other one was a standardized grocery list with a bunch of things that are just normal grocery items you get. So then you can circle if you need them or not instead of writing them down. Mm-hmm. You always need eggs. You can just circle eggs. Maybe you'd win. Rokkaku slams his hands down on...
Call fucking Four Eyes.
Call fucking Four Eyes bastard.
Call that four-eyed fucking bastard. I need to talk to him.
Yeah.
So again, they go to this like cafe that looks like an 80s like smoking lounge.
Like a Denny's. Oh, you think...
But with like a chandelier, girl.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like it's upstairs of like a hotel.
It's weird because she serves him iced coffee, and then I was like, so is it an actual just cafe?
Or is it a bar? Maybe it's a bar.
But what places have iced coffee in a bar?
It does give me a little 80s because there is like, it's like wood paneling.
Well, I think it's
dated, maybe 90s.
No, I think 80s is right. I think there was like a big Japanese boom in the 80s. So I think there is like some, like I think Chicago feels very 90s to me still, like especially the Loop area. And I think Chicago had like a big boom in the 90s. So I think that just like, it's like the time whenever your local like economy popped off, it can still feel reminiscent of that.
Would make sense if they're like if they're meeting somewhere near like their office.
Yeah.
So it's like these are the places in like the financial district, you know.
So Adachi, Kurosawa, Rokkaku are all sitting there.
Adachi and Kurosawa was like, I don't know what's going on,
happening.
but thank you for coming with me.
Rokkaku downs an entire iced coffee in one gulp. It's quite shocking.
I couldn't even do that.
No, that's crazy.
As someone who loves iced coffee,
black,
Americanos, cold brews, I will say
cold brews.
I would say Americanos probably my favorite, and then cold brew. It's gotta be. It's hit and miss for cold brews for me.
Really?
Yeah, because sometimes
that horchata one I had yesterday was lit as fuck.
Oh, from down the street. Wow,
it was so good.
The Beans and Bagels place, that cold brew was really good. It was probably the best cold brew I've had in the city. Because sometimes it's a little too bitter.
I need that. I need Stan's Lightning, chocolate lightning.
Stan's chocolate lightning. That's good.
God, it's so good.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's so
We're
good.
gays in iced coffee, man. We have just a.
Gays and iced coffee.
And what was Matthew's favorite drink on Bubble today? What did he say?
Iced Americano. Tsuge walks in and is like, why the sudden call to come down here? What's going on?
And then Rokkaku lunges
at him. This is an attack. And is like, how dare you? And then, okay, so it's funny, right? It's a little goofy.
Yeah.
But it ends up being very sweet because Rokkaku is extremely upset because on this phone call that he got earlier, Minato called him and was like, hey.
I think he's ignoring me.
I think he's like avoiding me. And I think it's because Kato was trying to get back with me. He kissed me. He saw it happen. So I think he is like uncomfortable with the fact that I'm gay. And Rokkaku gets upset. And I think it's very interesting. I think it's very interesting that Minato's like, it's fine, whatever. It's just a bummer because basically like Tsuge gave me a lot of strength when he was like, encouraging me to keep going. I think it's very interesting when culture or like languages adopt the English word gay to be like representative of gay, even though
gay people
have always existed in every culture.
Yeah.
So it's like funny that Japanese have never had a term. Like there's probably like a longer term like homosexuality. Like there's probably one like that.
Or like a slang term that just has always been, but maybe have started as like derogatory, like a sissy or a Nancy.
Yeah.
That it's like gone, that they're like, no, we're gay. Like that's the word that we're choosing now.
Yeah. I've reclaimed fruit.
Oh.
I'm a fruit. What are you?
What fruit are you?
What fruit am I? Actual fruits?
Yeah.
Starfish.
A starfish?
Star fruit. Starfish.
Starfish?
Star fruit.
A starfruit?
I'm a star.
You're a banana.
I am not a banana. You can fuck off. I'm not a banana.
I think you're a banana girl. A banana in pajama. I think you're B1 and B2 girl.
I'm unfortunately like a Macintosh apple. Like I'm like the least exciting fruit.
No, Red Delicious is the least exciting girl. Are you kidding me?
But
boring.
Don't make me Red Delicious.
You're not Red Delicious. I don't think you're Red Delicious. I think you're... Yeah, I would say Macintosh.
I'm a British. Yeah.
Honestly, maybe you're a Bartlett pear.
Oh, I love a pear. I'm not a peach.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm not juicy enough.
I'm not juicy.
I'm not juicy enough to be a little peach. What are you?
Do you think you're more of a Bartlett?
What are you, a rambutan?
No. I'm maybe I am the pineapple. I think
you could be pineapple-y. Honestly,
I think I might also be a mango.
You're not a mango. I was gonna say you're not a mango.
I think I'm a mango.
I can't be a little strawberry.
Mango.
I'm not a little strawberry.
Please.
With my red hair, I'm not a little strawberry shortcake.
Okay, guys, write on the comments below. What fruit do you think Adam? What are our representative fruits?
Yeah,
because we have
fruits.
emojis. We have representative emojis.
Oh yeah,
Mine's bubble. I think yours is. I think
it was Painter, wasn't it? Because he has a beret on.
Yeah. So
give us a fruit.
Yeah, give us a fruit.
Give us a fruit and an animal. Because animals. I'm always like fascinated when people pick animals for idols because they fit so well.
They fit so well.
But I think the feature, my features are like, I don't know.
It's giving owl, girl.
Like my features are giving like rabid grizzly bear. Like what features are we giving?
It's gonna be
here?
like meerkat. I feel like what people are gonna say.
Well, it has to be an emoji.
Oh, it has to be an emoji. Okay.
Scroll through.
Find
something nice.
Okay.
I would take giraffe.
I would take one of the fish.
My neck used to. I feel like when I was like skinny, my neck used to be like it was very accentuated how long my neck used to be. Very like cute.
Anyway. So yes, he's basically like.
What's the point of this show?
You're ignoring him because you're gay. Because he's gay. You're ignoring him because he's gay.
Yes, so I think it's very interesting when cultures have like they adopt gay. Yeah. The acknowledgement of being like, well, we have to. It's a word that we literally don't have in any capacity, so we have to borrow a Western word for it. Feels very like it's not. It's only a thing that has just recently developed. So I think this defense of Minato from Rokkaku is very sweet.
It's so sweet,
and like there's no. Obviously, we know that the actor who plays Rokkaku goes on to play Minato in Minato's Laundromat later, but in a separate BL. But in this, he's not supposed to be like gay. Like he's not coded as gay in any way. So I like that it's like straight guy stands up for his gay friend.
It's his friend.
And it's like
which
purposefully like he is gay.
And we also said before that like the show like where is gay in the world of the show.
Yeah.
And this is the first time it's like someone acknowledging like someone could be treated differently because they're gay.
Yes. And so it's very sweet. And then he's like coming after Tsuge, and Adachi is like,
the one that defends him. Yeah,
this isn't right. This isn't fair because he and I are very similar in that we retreat into our shells when we are overwhelmed in situations, and he may have misinterpreted that as uncaring, but that's not what it was intended to be, I'm sure. And this is like Adachi's growth in this show is so special. Mm-hmm. And watching it the second time, it's like even more clear that is the trajectory of the show, is like Adachi's journey from being like nobody who barely talks in the first episode to like being able to
standing up for people
and like Rokkaku is one of his friends now, and like standing up to his friends.
He tells Adachi, I think you think too highly of me because, yes, I did run away. But it's not because... yes, I have been ignoring him.
Yes.
But it's not because he's gay. And then tells Adachi in his thoughts, thank you. Mm-hmm. And then runs.
Yeah.
And...
we gotta stop running. Running culture needs to end. What are we running
Why
for?
are you running in these turtlenecks?
Stop running in turtlenecks. It
can't be comfortable.
Just stop running. Just stop running.
Because he's going to be there. You're not going to miss him.
He's going to be at the stupid place.
Quad.
Yeah.
So he runs over there and
because Minato's whole thing was like, I'm so bummed about this that I'm going to change my route.
Yes. I want to change my route, but can you tell Tsuge so he just knows that that's going to happen. He runs over to Minato. And Adam did have to pause before playing the rest of the scene because he was like, this is probably the cringiest.
This is the cringiest scene in the show. Yeah. It's when he gets on the ground to bow.
Because I think after this, like the special episode, and then I think there's another bit where they like have another miscommunication, but it's more about like they're learning how to be a couple. So it never gets to another extent of like he has to fully apologize like this, you know?
Yeah. And I don't mean cringy in that like just because he's bowing is like cringy.
It's because
like everything else around it is so extreme that it's like we've passed like 0 to 100. We're at like hyper speed. Like we are.
So he apologizes. He's he's giving the full bow to acknowledge that he is
deeply
wrong.
sorry.
Deeply
Yeah.
sorry for like making him feel bad, obviously.
And then he reveals that he loves him.
Because he said, the real reason I was ignoring you is because I couldn't face the reality that the man I loved was kissing someone.
This love reveal is insane. I just said like 2 episodes ago where I was like, I'm so happy they used the word love, Adachi and Kurosawa, because they do feel like they're in love.
And this one,
These 2 characters are not in love. I'll give Tsuge a little bit more.
Because it's his first time experiencing all of this. And
also he's been hearing his thoughts.
Yes,
so I think it would
that's
be much easier to fall in love with someone if you can hear what is going on
that they
in their
actually
mind.
like you. Yeah.
Fine. I'll maybe give Tsuge
I
a
don't
pass.
buy
I do not for
that
1
Minato-
second think that Minato loved Tsuge. It bumps me so hard.
I think he thinks he's charming. I think he's cute. He says it. I buy that like he could be attracted to him and
Sure.
like want to. I think. See, this
There's
is what
a
I
lid
need
for every pot.
This is why you need to know. Like, is daisuki? That's the word that they use in the show.
Right.
Is that like choa? In
Is it like,
Korean,
I
where
like
it's more of a
you?
like, but like a confession of like you as in I want to pursue
I
a
like
relationship.
you.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like you. Yes.
Yeah.
As opposed to like them saying
The beauty of the English language really just overflowing here, where we
Yeah.
have to just repeat the same
I
word
like
to be
you.
clear.
Yes. As opposed to like in Korean where they say saranghae, which is like love.
I love you, right.
And then I think in Japan it's like aishite is like love because
Okay.
aishitemasu is like I love you. So that's why I'm like, is there also that global? Who was it?
G
Was
group?
Matthew said I love global? No, Guvin said I love global.
I love global, yeah. They go home to Tsuge's place. This is where I go from being like cringe to being like, this is extremely powerful and important. Because Tsuge, this is where Minato reveals like, I do like you, blah, 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 blah. And because...
In thoughts.
Yes, and he said he thinks he's cool. He said that earlier. But like, we understand that he does like Tsuge. Then we get to this like kiss moment, which leads into Tsuge being clearly
I've never
nervous.
been in love before.
Yes. And Minato says, "Don't worry, I'll be gentle." And then they cut out a frame.
And then voiceover.
And then voiceover, Tsuge's like, I am now not a virgin anymore.
The power that this twink has.
The fact that this...
the political
What is
implications.
he, 21?
21, 22.
Feels like that energy. The ride of a lifetime. And that's all I'm going to say. But good for everyone involved.
That's so funny. What is it about the word I'll be gentle? Immediately for me implied, oh, like he's gonna like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a riding situation.
Ye-
Isn't that so funny? I thought the same thing.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
No.
I mean, it's very clear. It's very clear which person is coded to which position in the situation. Also, like, are we talking about are we talking about virginity in terms of like
Any sexual act. I think that might
Right.
also be a thing.
it might also just be like
Mwah.
yeah, just like a little like
Yes, that's fine too. I'm sure it's that.
I'm sure
I don't know the rules of this curse, okay?
right, who knows?
Who wrote the laws?
Who knows?
In what ancient tome is it written in? Where it's like, okay, oral counts, but rubbing doesn't.
If there's less than 3 minutes of foreplay, it does not count, right?
Yeah.
Like what's
are
the level?
rules? Yeah.
Or is it like the Disney dining plan where if you don't get an entree, you can sub
You can
out
still
three
sub out
sides?
3 snacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's
So it's, does that all together equal one virginity?
yeah.
It's a lot.
I think
There's a lot of questions I have.
And I think that's where our taxpayers' dollars needs to go. Is to figure that out.
To finding this information out. These people are just out here reading thoughts. That's private. Okay?
Yeah.
That's personal. That's a right. It's an attack on our privacy. Privacy.
This is why TikTok will never get my information, girl.
Yeah. And that's kind of the end of the episode.
Yeah, the only other thing was that Kurosawa did say, like, I am jealous a little bit of Tsuge because you got to defend him and you looked so cool kind of defending him. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the episode, he gives him a little envelope. Mm-hmm. And it's the application for that contest. Because he's like, it actually looked like you were really interested.
Yeah.
And so I want you to know that I will support you.
And there's that moment where I think Adachi's like a little uncomfortable at first. He's like, people are watching. But Kurosawa's so like, if he keeps doing stuff like this, I'm going to fall deeper and deeper in love. And then Adachi just kind of like
gives in.
And it's very sweet. Because like, it's the moment where he stops caring about how others are perceiving him and then just lets himself feel the emotion of the moment. And it's very endearing. They're so sweet together. I know I say that every episode, but like you cannot manufacture this chemistry.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do. And they are so gentle and sweet that it's completely unbelievable, but also very important.
A fantasy.
To see. Yeah.
Do you have an MVP?
I'm going to give it to Minato. Actually, no. I'm going to give it to Rokkaku.
I was going to give it to Rokkaku.
But I do think Minato does a good job in this performance, especially in that peeper moment.
Jeepers, peepers. Where'd you get those peepers?
Stupid.
I think like his whole arc of fully being like, I'm going to war for my friend. And
Rokkaku?
then, and then kind of still being able, because he does apologize to Adachi at the end. So like that full circle of like still knowing that like I care so deeply about
I am going to choose Minato. I lied. I'm going to choose Minato.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Because I like the peepers moment, but I also like the phone call when he's on the phone. And because there's the thing when he explains, he's like, yeah, I think he realized that I'm gay. And he's like, it's fine.
Yes.
And then Rokkaku gets upset. And I do think there are, and if you're a gay person, you have allies like this in your life who will get this upset. It's very endearing because like, okay, there was a time when my mom like witnessed someone who was very close who was like, oh, I can't support Adam because of XYZ. And I think it hurt my mom more than it hurt me. Because I think I'm so used to... Because there's still a level of
us being used to it. And that's this kind of bittersweet part about Minato was probably like...
Was the bittersweet part about being gay, to be honest. But yes.
But for Minato, it was like, it's probably... I mean, this was bound to happen.
This is like, honestly, he feels like so... Minato feels the most... First of all, the most normal out of every fucking person on the show.
Every cartoon in this damn show.
Minato and Fujisaki-san are like the two people I'm like, oh, you're real people. But like, that was the moment where I was like, oh, that is like such a real... It's such a real reaction I feel like I would have as a gay person, be like, oh yeah, I think he realized I'm gay and he doesn't like me anymore.
Oh well, okay.
That's okay. Cool. Yeah. Whatever. Like,
yeah.
I can't... If I got upset about every single person who didn't like me because I'm gay, honey, I'd never be happy again the rest of my life. So you gotta let it go. But I do also think it's very sweet that Rokkaku like flies off the handle for him. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy now. I hope you're happy how you hurt your cause forever. I hope you think you're clever. And then I do like his moment at the very end when he finally gets to take his hat off.
And we see that wig for what it is.
We see that whole shake and go.
You were that wig. I knew you were.
I think that's his hair.
It can... I think they made it look like so it looks like a manga. Like it looks...
100%. His hair should not be yellow. If it was like blonde, like more of a platinum, like a lighter blonde, it would be fine. But the fact that it is like
Crayola yellow. Minato
Hi, I'm Minato. I brought you your package.
Anyway, see ya.